If you want to know what's going on in Rockingham County government, check out Rockingham County 411. If you're interested in county governmental programs, projects, and services, don't miss Rockingham County 411. Public Information Officer Mabel Scott will share important, crucial news you can use with Rockingham County 411.
Rockingham County 411, you're in a good place, especially if you're at the Rockingham County Animal Shelter. We're here with Brittany Flynn and with Mary E.D. Ryan, and you are going to see some beautiful color today as Mary is helping to enhance the Rockingham County Animal Shelter, and they're going to be telling you about how you can join and help us out just by bringing some paint and some other little items. Let's start off and ask our shelter manager to tell us what's going on.
So what we've been working on, this is actually probably a project 2 years in the making.
2 years planning.
Yeah, 2 years planning to see what we could do to enhance our walls. You know, when the shelter was built, you come in, you paint a solid color, and that's pretty much it. So we really wanted to bring some life, some color to the walls, to really showcase the place, help it seem happy, and because you've got animals that are excited about being adopted, and we're excited about being here and helping restart their lives, giving them all a second chance. So I reached out to Mary and was like, please help. We want to do this. We've seen her murals in Reedsville, and they're beautiful. So we took the project. She originally started just to do 2 murals. We started a GoFundMe account and COVID hit. So the donations weren't there. She brainstormed and came up with this idea to just kind of start sketching and doing some photos. And I think it grew way more than we originally thought. And we started asking for donations from the community, and you guys delivered. I'll let Mary talk a little bit more.
Okay, so I'm going to pick up where you left off, which was the paint drive. So the first day that I was coming here to begin the project, I was just determined, despite all the barriers that I've run into, to just get it going. And I thought we'll solve the problems as we go, because I don't know exactly how this is going to unfold, but I was determined that we weren't going to put it off any longer because it had been 2 years. I wasn't going to let COVID stop it. But I got the idea while I was driving here that morning that what if we just did a paint drive? Everybody's got leftover paint, leftover roller covers, leftover things that all can just be donated in. So let's see what happens. And we posted it, and it got shared around, and now we've got, last time I checked, at least 50 cans of paint, but I think we get another dozen. Another dozen came in since then, so we have quite a bit. So right now the thing I need the most is the roller covers that you put over the rollers for the wall, and plastic tray liners that you use to pour your paint in for the rollers, and saran wrap. I go through a lot of saran wrap, kind of covering and protecting the paint. So those are the critical needs right now.
What are our customers and people who live in Rockingham County who come by to adopt a pet and to look at the dogs and cats, what do they say when they walk in now and see all this vibrant color on the walls? What do they say?
They're going to stop here first.
Okay.
This gets their attention immediately, and they're just kind of walking around and going, you know, this is beautiful, this is amazing. And then when we tell them it's animals that's actually lived here, I think it brings it home a little bit more. And then when they go into the adoption hall, I think they're excited about it.
And you mentioned that these are animals who actually lived here.
Yes.
And your dream is that eventually when Mary finishes, we'll be able to bring everybody back together again, right?
That would be really cool for some of the animals that were adopted by local families. If they could kind of come back and take their picture beside their artwork, we think that would be really neat.
It would be nice.
I have my own personal dog that I adopted here. His puppy picture's up there, so it's going to be super easy to see before and after of him. So we're really excited. We think it'd be cute. Very cute.
I've got my rescue dog too.
Yeah.
She's coming. She's on the wall, just waiting to be painted.
You mentioned you especially wanted vibrant paint, and that's what caught my eye.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, because you can only use so much white, gray, and black paint. Yellow we've got quite a bit of, got quite a few blues. It's the other colors that in the spectrum that we need a little bit more in order to make colorful murals that are visually interesting and liven up the space.
Yeah.
Really good.
Now, how long will this project take?
Well, I'm doing it in between all my other jobs, so I try to get here at least 2 days a week, sometimes 3. So because of that, it's going to get stretched out. The phase 1, which is the adoption hall in the lobby, those will probably take me, I would say, into December. And then phase 2, which is the 2 large murals we'd originally planned, that's going into 2021 to get that done. And again, it just depends on how many days a week I can get in here, and as long as we have adequate supplies. But you know, people have been really good about donating, so I have faith that the community is going to come through and we're going to have enough.
Now, is there
to do
anything else that you all need the community to do to support this beautiful project?
What do you need?
Well, we do have a special account set up with the shelter, so you can make donations to the shelter for the animals, but there's also a special sub account that people can make cash donations directly to the shelter. With the GoFundMe we closed, that's done. If you want to donate money at this point, it has to come to this special account with the shelter.
Yeah, and mark it that it's for the art project.
For the art project.
Right.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to say about the art
And
project?
spread the word on social media. We put posts out regularly with the latest things that are being done. At least one new mural comes up every week.
Good, good. And we need to bring paint that we may have left over from our homes,
Paint trays.
paint trays.
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap is what we need right now. Where she's mixing all the colors, you don't want the colors to dry out the next day when she comes back, so she covers it in saran wrap and it works
Right.
out great.
So if I don't have a color I need, I just mix and match and blend. And so I also use a lot of recycling containers, especially ones with lids on them, so that I can then seal off the paint till I get to that color again. Because you'll see I'm using a lot of colors. So I'm using leftover paint from murals I've done before, but we really have brought in a lot of colors to be able to fill in the bigger spaces from the community.
So Christmas, when we stop by and we see Santa Claus here and we walk in, what do you want us all to feel?
Joy.
I mean, yeah, happy.
Joy,
We really want to
happy,
bring life to the walls, so when you come in, you feel happy to be here.
and maybe think about getting another pet and
Yeah, so we're slowly eliminating that feel of dog jail.
Yeah.
You know, that rescue shelters are.
The pound, you know,
Known
you've
as.
you have the images of it being the pound or, you know, a jail that dogs are in. And shelters have evolved so much over the years that, you know, we're an animal shelter. We're here to shelter the animals. We
A
feed
temporary
them,
home.
cared. Exactly. We're taking them away from bad situations that they could have
Yes.
been in or just lost.
Yeah.
So we want people to know that all these staff members care for these animals daily. If they need medications, they're here to try to make them better. We partner with Wentworth Animal Hospital and Central Animal Hospital, and they really help up the care level that we have.
Joy and hope and new homes. This is such a beautiful place to come and to come by and see if maybe you can get a new family member. The Rockingham County Animal Shelter. You're in a good place.